So today I'm going to talk about the drama life of Harry Potter. My name is Karina Bulgarreal. So Harry Potter started as a baby whose parents were killed by this evil wizard called Voldemort. He tried to kill him too, but Harry instead destroyed him and ended up with a scar on his face. Later, while he was a baby, a wizard called Dumbledore dropped him with his muggles uncle and aunt who weren't wizards, and he lived with them for 11 years, even though he was constantly mistreated. They also had a child named Dudley, who liked to play very cruelly with Harry. Then time passes by until the day he turns 11. He starts receiving lots of cards that he couldn't read because his uncle was very mad. He got furious and then took them to an island. He took them to the island where supposedly Harry wouldn't receive any more cards, but he still received them. The night of his birthday, a big, almost giant man came into the room and said, "You're a wizard, Harry." And after that, he all went to the ground because he left the Dursleys, he went to buy his magic school stuff, and he discovered another world that wasn't even possible for him just some months. So he goes to that school called Hogwarts and meets his best friends for the rest years. He meets Ron and Hermione, and they are all sorted in the House of Gryffindor. On their first year, they thought their Professor Snape was trying to steal the Philosopher's Stone from Dumbledore and was trying to get Harry killed. They had to go through tests like the three-headed dog and a giant chess and potions that would get them killed. But finally, they discovered that the other Professor Quirrell was the one who was trying to get Voldemort back to life. He tried to reach the Philosopher's Stone, but Harry could somehow stop him and turn him back to dust. And Dumbledore congratulates him. He also got into Quidditch! On their second year, Harry discovered he could talk to snakes. They also learned about a diary that had the initials TMR by Tom Marvell, which led them to think that Hagrid was killing mudbloods, when actually they talked to Harry and he led them to a giant spider that told them about the basilisk. And looking for the basilisk, they found out that Tom Riddle was actually Voldemort when he was young. Then, when Harry found the basilisk and was fighting it, he reaches out for the sword of Gryffindor and killed it. And he kills Voldemort's memory by sticking it with a basilisk's teeth. He also saves his best friend's sister Ginny, who was possessed by the diary. On their third year, came out the news that Sirius Black was out from Yale and wanted to kill Harry. Dementors were attacking Hogwarts, and that wasn't good because they wanted to hurt Harry. Also, he met his new professor named Lupin, who taught him how to get away from the Dementors. He found out that Lupin, Sirius, his dad, and another guy were friends when they were young, and that Sirius Black killed two of them. He then discovered that actually Sirius Black was his godfather and the story was completely wrong. The one who killed him was the other one, the Peter Pettigrew. They time traveled to save Sirius from prison and finally be free. On their fourth year, their leaders started attacking more and more. Hogwarts had this new tournament whose champion would get a lot of money. They had to go through three tests. The first one to kill a dragon, the second one to save some people while they were with the sirens, and the third one to go through a maze and find a cup. Harry got involved somehow, and he had to go through all this. On the maze, Harry and Cedric found the cup. They found out it was a trap, and oh, Voldemort's back, and Cedric is dead, obviously. So, in their fifth year, Voldemort is back, but no one believes Harry and Dumbledore. So they discover that Harry has a mental connection with Voldemort, which leads them to think there is a prophecy. They go to the ministry, where they found a prophecy that was one of them, Harry or Voldemort, had to be killed, and Sirius Black dies. So sorry. And in their sixth year, they found out that Voldemort had divided his soul into 7 parts, which were called Horcruxes. They had to destroy each one of them to destroy him. They had to find the diary, a tiara, the snake, a ring, and etc. etc. Oh, and Snape kills Dumbledore. Why? Next year, Harry and his friends didn't go to school to go looking for the rest of the Horcruxes and destroy them before Voldemort could hide them from them. They had to go through different tasks until the day of 2nd of May 1998, when it was the Battle of Hogwarts, where Death Eaters and wizards from the other side that didn't like Voldemort had to fight. There were many that died, and Harry discovered he was himself a Horcrux. He died, but well, didn't die. He kind of resurrected. And finally, he killed Voldemort. Yay! Everyone was very, very happy. Now, Harry lives happily with his wife Ginny and his 3 children. Thank you very much. The end.